Hi, everybody. How are you? Hope you're having a lovely day. It is a lovely day here in Oregon. It's nice and sunny and it's beautiful. I'm getting some stuff done. Between getting stuff done, excuse me for just a second. Um, One moment, please. Sorry about that. I just had a message come in. So, I did a react yesterday, a retro react of Chantal covering one of the seven deadly sins called pride. She has a lot of pride and it's the wrong kind of pride. Well, today we're doing a retro react courtesy of the channel Knock Knock It's Karma, covering another seven deadly sin, wrath. So, wrath is the subject of today, and Chantal does have a lot of wrath, and she likes to use her sense of wrath to manipulate and control other people. So I want to do a retro react to that video as well as catch up to some little tidbits on Twitter. And I hope you guys are okay with that. So let's just get started with this stuff on Twitter. Just a little current tidbits on Chantal. Chantal's been busy today. She did another mukbang. She did the cleaning video. There's really not a lot to tell with those. But let's go over the little tidbits just to catch everybody up and to stay caught up. Okay, so there we are. For those of you that want to join me on Twitter, it's Wild Girl Sarah. So let's start with something nice. From No Cats, No Life, we get this beautiful bride and an equally beautiful kitty. Look at the baby. That is a beautiful cat. It looks like Booger. Oh, I love it. The kitty is just loving all over the bride and just happy to take pictures. What a beautiful picture of the bride and the cat. Okay, so Perfectly Imperfect says, I've been saying for a while this is all being orchestrated. So Foodie Beauty reaches 100K by her birthday. Yes, I feel that way too, that she is putting things in place to where she reaches 100K by her birthday. That seems to be a personal goal of hers to reach 100K by her birthday because her birthday is sometime in March. So as you guys can see, courtesy of It's Me, she keeps going up with her sub numbers. She's at 99.2. So she's very, very close to reaching that 100K mark. But I'll ask the question one more time that I've asked before. Why increase the sub number if you're really burnt out on doing your content? If you have no true interest in entertaining your audience or improving the content at all, what is the big deal about the number? Because a big sub number does not translate to more engagement or more subs and more money. Actually, you're spending money to get to that number. So you're just buying your way to 100K for what purpose? I don't know, but maybe that's just a personal life goal of Foodie's, just to say she's got a 100K channel. But yeah, that's what she's doing. Nothing But Love says, what changes when you hit 100K? Besides getting a plaque, nothing. You are still a horrible POS human, just saying. Yeah, about that. So let's just say Chantal does reach 100K. You have to request a plaque. They do not automatically send it to you. And before they send it to you, they do an audit of your channel. So when they audit Foodie, they're probably going to find all the bot subs. So will she still get the plaque? Well, we'll see. We will see. Hidden Truths, this is courtesy of Life in Vibe. Uh, wouldn't Salah be experiencing pain prior to Chantal's announcing of him having the surgery? She never said he was in pain. Oh my goodness, I just realized my microphone was askew. Sorry about that. If he had had such a surgery, how was he able to help film a location in the desert? Yeah, how was he able to do that? I would think he would be in pain. But he was going through the abandoned school with no problem. He was practically running through the ruins. I mean, it was like watching like drone footage. So if he was sick, how was he able to move that quickly? I would think he'd be in pain doing so. Hidden Truths, Foodie Beauty. I wonder if this vlog she put out today was performance for Salah because he's not there. Was this to show him she's changed and that she's cleaning and taking care of herself because no one else believes this low quality vlog she did today. She even read the Quran. I don't know if it was for Salah. There's been talk that maybe she's trying to attract new sections of audience. People have noticed that she's put Arabic subtitles on her videos. So I don't know if she's advertising herself somewhere else and just trying to attract more Arabic speaking viewers. But that could potentially blow up in her face, because if that section of her audience finds out about her past, it's not going to end well. So, hidden truths. Now, this is a really great clip. This is from the cleaning domestic goddess vlog she did. Foodie Beauty. Notice that not one pair of clothing was Salah's. Surely, if he lived there, he would have had dirty clothes, especially coming home from the hospital. Yeah, where were his clothes, Foodie? You were doing nothing but your clothes, which backs up the theory that you lived up there by yourself. But it was nothing but her clothes. It's interesting that they're a married couple, but she's not washing his clothes at all. Okay, so that's it for all of the Twitter stuff. We're all caught up. So let's get into, actually, you know what? No, we're going to do the 7 deadly sins first, because there's one other clip I want to show you, but she's cursing in it, and YouTube has a problem with the cursing right off the bat, so we'll just save that for later. But it does show more of her wrath. So this, again, is courtesy of the channel Knock Knock, It's Karma. And I'm just going to sit here and give my thoughts. Let's show Foodie's wrath on full display.
Fool me once and it shame.
Blah 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 blah. My DNA.
You know, made the sheets come off, and then I had my hands on your headboard, and I finished all over your fucking purple bed. I loved it.
Talking about having relations on Dee Dee's bed in her condo. She's so proud of herself for that.
Her $4,000 mattress, unless she gets a new one, will always have my DNA on it. Haha, I ruined your mattress.
Blah 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 blah. My DNA on your purple mattress. My DNA.
Me twice in your better
competition.
I'm being like super like girlfriend
Sorry about the song. I got to cut it out.
or whatever. He's not a skinny cokehead. He's not a cokehead. Jesus. I'm just having fun, and he's not a cokehead. We did coke like once. So I don't even know why I get on.
She says this, but yet she did a whole video where she told us that she had a huge habit with Coca-Cola, and she spent $4,000 on Coca-Cola. That doesn't sound like just one time, Chantal.
Here and talk about this stuff. People just, I don't know. You just like, I don't know. Anyway, keep on the TV for coke. You guys are crazy. He's nothing like that. You don't even know him, so shut up. I'm gonna be careful. I'm not the same as I used to be. Like, I know what I like. I'm not afraid to tell him what I want. So I don't know him, but I know him better than you guys because I spent 2 whole nights with him, and you didn't have.
I know everything there is to know about somebody because I spent 48 hours with them. So you can completely get to know a person in 48 hours. You know everything there is to know. You know their good side, their bad side, their likes, their dislikes. You know their personality inside and out. Just by spending 2 whole days? That's it? That's all you need for a solid bond, a relationship? Dang, I guess I've been doing it all wrong. I've just been taking my time getting to know people.
At all. He's not like that. He never asked me for money. He never even asked if I wanted any drugs. He never.
And you know what? You know, some people, when they scam other people, they know better than to outright ask you for money, to hit you right off the bat for what they want. they go around the corner when it comes to the scamming and manipulating. There's ways to scam people and manipulate people and make it seem like they're not scamming you. There's all kinds of ways to do it, to get what you want without outright asking. I've dealt with people like that. They won't come out and ask or demand. They will just put their problems on you, knowing you have a good heart, knowing that you might be generous or you might help them out. For example, let's just say you get on the phone with somebody who has it in mind to scam you and they want money from you. Maybe they got a bill they want paid or rent to be paid, or they want to get something. They get on the phone with you. This is how the conversation might go. Oh, hi, how are you doing? This is them talking. Oh, well, you know how it is. I'm just over here. I'm so worried. I'm so stressed out. I've got to pay my rent. I am so behind. I've just got to figure something out. They're putting their problem out there on the table in front of you. And they're going to do it if they know you've got money. And maybe you might have a romantic interest in them. Because by not asking you, and if you've got money, if you feel for that person, you see that they're in a financial bind, you might offer it up without being asked. And if you offer it up and say, oh, I'll help you, then that gets them off the hook from you getting mad later and coming back and saying, you took rent money from me and I feel used. Then their defense is going to be, well, I never asked you for it. That's how you scam people and go around the corner with it without looking like a scammer. So she's over here talking about Natter. Oh, he never asked me for money. Well, that's because he doesn't have to. You're a great big fool. He doesn't have to ask. You just offer it up because you want his company. And to make sure that you get his company and his attention, you offer up that money. You put your money and your gifts on the table like an offering on a sacrifice table. Here's some food. Here's some money. Here's a new iPhone. Here's a new iPad. You choose to offer that stuff up. And then you turn around later and you go to him and you're like, I did so much for you. I built a channel for you. Da 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 da. This is stuff that you wanted to do, that you felt you had to do, because in the back of your mind, you knew he didn't like you. You knew that he didn't love you. So you were offering up something to make yourself more appealing, to make him be able to tolerate you, because I think deep down, you're an intolerable person. So to sweeten the deal, you give something to make yourself more tolerable. You give the other person a reason to put up with you.
I know some of you are concerned based on what I told you, and some people have just ran with that. It's not what I think it is. I'm not the type of person who can be dominated. I really like him. I like his face. Sure, I could be with someone more wholesome or whatever. I mean, there's nothing wrong.
I find that laughable. The fact that she says, I can't be dominated. Okay, you can't be dominated, right? Well, then how is it, Miss Alpha Female, that you've had not one, but two men come into your life acting pretty much the same way, and they were able to milk you out of so much in the way of money and gifts? If you're such an alpha female, why would you put up with such behavior? Encountering men that they don't want to do for themselves. They want you to do for them. They're expecting a lot of money and things out of you. Why would you put up with that? And a true alpha female who will never be dominated would never. They would insist that whoever they're with be pulling their weight. But you never did. Because you don't want a man next to you that's independent. You don't want a man who's got his own job, has his own money, and can make his own choices. The last man in your life that you had that was like that was BB. BB was hardworking man, made his own money, had his own place, did not need you. And what happened? He made a choice. And the choice was to let go of you because he saw that you were a toxic person, that you were not good for him, that the two of you were unhappy, and he made the choice to dump you. And I'm sure the final straw was you cheating on him. Why would he stay with a low level female like you with nothing to offer who happens to be a cheater? Why would he put up with that if he is a hardworking, decent man? He didn't have to, so therefore he didn't. So after BB, you made sure that the men that you attached yourself to were codependent on you and your money. They were hurting financially. You always look for the men who are hurting financially or they want something, and you offer that golden hook. And once they bite, you don't let them go.
On with him, other than we dabbled in some bad stuff, but that was it. Like never again. And I can say that never again. You know, that's not something I enjoy doing on a regular basis.
A $4,000 Coca-Cola habit would beg to differ.
I went there no makeup yesterday. He calls me. He's like, "Get in your car. Come over."
Nader also told us that she bought $300 in button mushrooms. I have to say it like that because of YouTube. Yeah, button mushrooms. You know, the kind that make you see colors, those.
And me, I'm like, yes, sir. Does love stress anybody out? How come you didn't go to your boyfriend's house tonight?
Knock Knock says, because he didn't want her there. She's sitting here in a full face of makeup waiting to be summoned. Yep, that was something that happened a lot. She would be literally sitting at home waiting for Nader to call her. Again, if you're an alpha female, why would you do that? An alpha female would say, oh, you've got something to do? That's okay. I've got something to do too. I'll see you later. I'm going to go and clean my house. I'm going to go and spend time with the girls. I'm going to go take myself out and I'm going to paint the town red. You keep yourself busy. You do not sit and wait by the phone for a man to call you. But she would have her live stream on with a full face of makeup, hoping that Nader would watch her live stream and somehow be tempted to call her and invite her over. And until he did, she was a mopey mess, just sitting there waiting and waiting and waiting. And there was a multitude of things that she could have been doing with her time. But all she did was wait around for Nader to summon her over. And Nader, he had her on a schedule. He knew when payday was for YouTube. I'm sure she told him. And he would invite her over a few days before payday. And they would party until the money ran low or she wouldn't give him money anymore. And then he would kick her out. And she'll be all mopey and stuff until he invited her back over again.
Because, you know, I have to I just spent 2 nights at his house. Hi, Iris. So I feel like I need to be here, you know? It's my house here. And that's like stuff like that stresses
It's not your house. Your name wasn't on the lease, but please go ahead.
me out because, like, whenever you start something with somebody, you start having feelings for somebody, the less you want to be away from them.
She needs constant attention and validation from her partner. And when she doesn't get it, she considers it stressful and disrespect. Yeah, like if you know Chantal, and especially if you're the sugar baby, you better pick up that phone when she calls. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. You better pick it up. If you don't pick up the phone, if you don't answer her, she's going to automatically assume that you're cheating on her, that you're with another woman. And if she assumes that, the next move is she's going to get on YouTube and embarrass you and humiliate you and talk all kinds of crap about you.
I like staying at home and just like having sex all night and having it's a chef. He can cook for me. Do you know how he feeds me? Do you know how like, erotic that is? Like how much mouth play we have in our relationship? The mouth is very sensual. I'm telling you.
I just can't see Natter getting turned on feeding her. She's not the most graceful eater. Ugh. He hated touching her. I just, no. No, no, no. No, 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 no. I can't see it. I can't see him thinking feeding her is an erotic thing. No, no.
He's not a feeder like you think. It's just like he cooks something really, puts a lot of love into what he cooks, and the flavors are erotic. And it's just like who eats seafood, and sometimes it's like,
You know, it's funny. She's sitting there describing his food as it's ambrosia of the gods. But isn't it interesting that after she ate his food, as soon as she was able to leave, she'd be heading over to the Starbucks and the fast food restaurants and getting her fix, or she would get it before she arrived at Natter's place.
I don't know, and he'll like give me a bite, and it's just like, oh. Yeah, there's gonna be cooking videos for sure. For sure. It wasn't a very good night. I'll just say that.
Uh-oh. He didn't summon her to come over. Uh-oh. We know what that means.
No, I better not go back there. Oh, fuck. I don't want to get sucked in. I don't want to go into detail because I want to respect his privacy. He's not a bad person. No, sweetie. I did have fun, but we have problems too. And I have problems already. It's just, I was disrespected. Not like anything super major, but I was disrespected in a way that made me uncomfortable. And I really, really thought in that moment, like, am I happy right now with the way I'm being treated? No. It reminded me of ways I used to be treated, like in bad relationships. It just gave me that bad vibe. And I thought, you know what? I promised myself, I'm almost fucking 40. There's so many men out there that are...
You know, I would love to hear the details of what she would consider disrespect. How was she disrespected in past relationships? I'm just going by what I know. I know that she was with Pete's, and she threw mad disrespect at Pete's by cheating on him numerous times and taking his money even while she was with BB. And then while she was with BB, who was a good man, she cheated on him. So, I mean, I would look at that as very disrespectful behavior, intolerable behavior. So what did those men do that she would consider disrespectful? I mean, we are talking about the same woman that I have heard this story many times, that while she was with BB, BB was just ironing his shirts for work. And she threw a temper tantrum just because she wanted attention right there at that moment. She had a complete meltdown because he was ironing his work shirts, just trying to get that done. And she got mad because at that moment she wanted attention from him and she just could not wait until he was done.
That would treat me the way I want to be treated. So I'm not settling. I'm not going to say what he did, Cat Queen. I just don't want to get into it.
It's not that deep. He didn't call her to come over.
No, he didn't beat me or anything like that. But there's some things that just bother me that I just don't feel that will improve. So, like, I've given it some time. I've told him how I feel. I don't know how to explain it. It's just the way he is. Yeah.
You know, I have my doubts about her telling him the way she feels. I mean, they weren't really a couple. A real couple has very solid communication with each other. They can sit down and actually talk to each other without putting it on YouTube, without making it a public spectacle. They can sit down in a private location and actually talk and communicate. And her and Natter were oil and water. He didn't care enough about her or her feelings to listen to her and take what she said into consideration. Likewise, she kind of felt the same for him. She wanted him and she needed him, and she was in love with the idea of love, but they were never really a real couple. They spent more time talking at each other on YouTube than probably with each other privately. I mean, I think that the whole reason why they fought so much on YouTube is not just for drama and for views, but because they never talked. She's not someone that she would have the courage to sit down and go, Nader, I have a problem with you. I need to talk to you, and do it off camera. She felt courageous enough to get on camera and just put her personal business out on blast, but she never really sat down and talked to him.
Exactly. I could see those behaviors making me fucking miserable in the future. And I did really like him though, but I mean, I don't really know him that well. It's just like certain things in his behavior that are going to be problematic. I know it. And you know what's fucked up? He knew it, because whenever I first met him, like the second day, we were in bed and he was like, I don't want to lose you. And I'm like, what? Like the second day.
And she probably took that as, oh, he loves me. He loves me so much. But there was also the story that she told us where, like, the second day that she met him, and she told him, you don't have to work today. I'll give you money. Just stay home with me. So she set the tone right off the bat with how things were going to be. That she would pay for everything, that she would offer up money, and he didn't have to work for it. She set the tone for how things were going to go. That she would front up a bunch of money and gifts, and all he had to do was just be there for her. She set that whole thing in play.
He's like, I know I'm going to say something to fuck it up.
So when he said, Chantal, I don't want to lose you, you took that in emotional sense. But what he really meant was, I don't want to lose you because you're my paycheck. I don't want to lose you because you're paying my rent and you're paying my bills. That's what he meant. He didn't want to lose your money. And to get the money, he had to go through you.
Or do something to fuck it up. And I was like, nah. Yeah, he was right.
Well, I took the video down anyway. I didn't think I showed his face. No, a lot of people message him like all the time and harass him.
Like, yeah, so there was a live stream that Chantal did. Nobody knew what Nader looked like. She went over to his place and she said he knew how to do some clever card tricks. They sat at a table. He wanted just his hands and the cards shown, and she showed part of his face. And she did that on purpose because she wanted to kind of brag about him. So I guess it got back around to Nader, and Nader wasn't too happy about that. You know, her being sneaky like that.
Like, he's not really happy about that.
I didn't even say I was going there. I have something I have to do. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I'm not, I wasn't born yesterday. Okay, I know what men are like. Like, what, I don't understand what the commotion's all about. This man is like a snake charmer. Like I said, he's not my boyfriend. He doesn't owe me anything. What do you guys see? I can't see what you see. He says he never lies. Oh my god. Oh my god. You know what? You know what? I knew, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't care. I just want to go and party. Guys, I feel so stupid. Oh my god, I want to cry right now. I don't deserve that. Like, I really put up with a lot. Like, I really listened to him and like did a lot for him.
You know, when it comes to a story, there's her side, his side, and the side in the middle. And because it's her channel and her content, she's able to present her side. And her side is always going to be slanted in her direction and make her look favorable. But there's also his side too. And I'm not a fan of Nader. Don't like him. I don't like him. One moment. Sorry about that. I had to stop real quick. My apologies. And I forgot what I was going to say, so let's just go back a minute so I can get to my original point.
Oh my god. You know what? You know what? I knew, and I'm just like, whatever, I don't care. I just want to go and party. Guys, I feel so stupid. Oh my god, I want to cry right now. I don't deserve that. Like, I really put up with a lot. Like, I really listened to him and like did a lot for him. You don't really know.
Okay, now I remember what I was going to say. So what I was gonna say before I got interrupted was, sorry, I just was doing laundry. I'm out of breath. um, there's three sides to every story: his side, her side, in the middle. Of course, Chantal's going to slant everything in her direction and favor herself in doing so. But there's also his side, and I'm not a fan of Natter's, but she talks about everything that she had to put up with. Can you only imagine what Natter had to put up with Chantal? Her being the insecure, jealous, clingy, wrathful female that she is. Everything that he had to put up with. Maybe that was the reason why she was only allowed to stay for short periods of time.
fully though, just what I told you. And that's why I'm here, because I did so fucking much and all I did was get fucking yelled at. So fuck you, fuck that shit. I did a lot. Let's just put it that way. We just had a very toxic, like, he was my boyfriend or whatever. I just felt like the more I did, the more like.
I'm going to say this again. If a person is your boyfriend, you don't have to pay for their companionship. If they truly love you, they won't make you pay. They make you pay when they're not your boyfriend.
They would like appreciate it and fall in love with me. I did things like.
What was that again? Say that again. That was interesting. Go ahead.
Just what I told you. And that's why I'm here, because I did so fucking much and all I did was get fucking yelled at. So fuck you, fuck that shit. I did a lot. Let's just put it that way. We just had a very toxic, like, he was my boyfriend or whatever. I just felt like the more I did, the more like somebody would like appreciate it and fall in love with me.
And that's her philosophy. She figures if I'm generous with somebody and I'm giving and I'm giving and I'm giving, then surely they're going to reward me with a relationship. Surely they're going to feel so indebted to me, they're going to fall in love with me. That's not how love works. Anybody who's ever experienced true love, you know that's not how it works. If it were as simple as being a generous person and buying love, then we all would possess love, wouldn't we? It would be just that simple. But it's not, because love has to do with a lot of things that don't involve money. It involves actual chemistry and connection, and she's trying to bypass all of that. She wants to go for, if I buy you stuff, then that means you fall in love.
I did things like, yeah, just like everything. Just like everything. Everything, like, just name something and I'll say yes or no. Everything, like, just name something and I'll say yes or no. Unhinged, man. As you probably guessed, I'm on my way back from Dom's. Want to be honest with you guys, because I know that I'm going to get so much fucking hate for this, and I know I'm going to get so much backlash, and even possibly lose so much support from people. When it's good, it's really good, and it's hard to remember the really bad. Do you know what I mean by that?
No, I don't know what you mean by that. True trauma is not forgotten. Trauma becomes written in the body, thus creating PTSD and CPTSD. Trauma survivors beg, wish, and pray to forget. Ain't that the doggone truth? Those of us that have been through some kind of trauma, we wish it never happened. We wish we could just absolutely forget it ever happened to us. And yet, Chantal is someone that nothing has happened to her. But she looks at trauma and people that have been through certain kinds of trauma. It's almost like a country club, and she wants admittance into it. She wants a membership card. She wants to belong there for some reason. And those of us that have been through trauma, we wish we didn't have a membership. We wish it never happened to us. But it did. So we were victims, and then we became survivors. She was never a victim, therefore she cannot claim to be a survivor of trauma. She just wants to talk about it and make it seem like she survived something.
I mean, don't people deserve chances? I don't know. We had a really bad fight when we were like under the influence, way too much stuff. Went in and he had made like all good food.
She treats Natter almost like a rug. I have to say it that way because of YouTube. Natter was like a rug to her. There are the highs and then there are the crashes. When it's good, it's good. And when it's bad, it's really bad. So you get high, but then you crash from the high. You got the really, really high points followed by the really, really low points. You're always up and down, but you're never truly happy.
Talks, obviously. That's what I mean, though. Like, you share what you do with somebody and they turn it against you. Like, I'm just living my life, people, and I'm just sharing it. Don't support me. I don't care at this point. Like, seriously. I'm not even saying that I'm back with him. I'm just saying I went there to bring his stuff and we talked and everything. That's it. Yeah, I do think there is some good in him. And I know that things got really bad when we were coked out. But I know you're all shaking your
Okay, stop. Didn't she say they dabbled in things? Now she's confessing, oh, they were doing the party favors on the regular. But we kind of knew that.
had me thinking, what a stupid bitch. What, I don't understand what the problem is. I've made my decision and that's it. Care. I know, whatever. Everyone's canceled their membership. Fine. Like I said, like, you can't fucking block me. Like, if you don't if you don't do this, I'm going to cancel my membership. Well, then fine, do it. If you want to stop talking to me because I'm seeing somebody you don't approve of, that's your problem. Why is that my fucking problem?
You know, the problem was not who she had in her personal life. The problem was her coming on YouTube and airing all this dirty laundry in such a toxic, triggering way. If she had been seeing Natter on the regular, off camera, never talked about it, or if she did, don't do it in a triggering way, and certainly don't imply that certain things are happening, nobody would have cared. I mean, if she doesn't talk about Natter, doesn't describe Natter, doesn't say he's doing things to her, why would anybody go against her like this? People were going against her because she was coming online, she was oversharing, she was being completely negative. 1 minute, she's talking Natter up. The next minute, she's putting him down, implying that he's hurting her in certain ways. And people just got worn out and exhausted and triggered. People getting triggered all over the place. Anybody's ever been through SA and DV, they were getting triggered. And it was everywhere. For an entire year plus, it was everywhere. It was people in her chat, people in the comments section on her channel, people in the reaction channel, some of the reactors. It was every place. It was dark. It was really, really dark. This was a really dark period for Chantal, but not just her, anybody that paid attention to her content.
That's why I'm angry. Why is that my problem? I hate when people fucking say, you're pushing people away. You're pushing people away. Why am I pushing people away? They're the ones leaving me. I'm not doing anything. Miss Cokie, that's right. I guess it's Miss Cokie now. I just want to go home. I'm just going home.
Okay, so there's a big portion of this video that you guys have already seen it. So we're not going to cover it again. We're going to skip right past it if possible, because you've already seen it once.
Oh, why?
Almost everything you told me about.
What? Which is what?
You know, what's really interesting is that Pete's, her former fiance and roommate, she talked about Natter so doggone much and was just going on and on and on and on and on about Natter. You know, Pete's is kind of a laid back guy. Yes, he's a jerk for the way he treated BBJ. Like I said, I'd like to have some words with Pete's over the way he treated BBJ. It was ridiculous. His hatred for BBJ just because of her name. And another history lesson for those that don't know, BBJ was a cat that Chantal and Pete got together. And her original name was Casey at the time. When Chantal moved away from Pete after cheating on Pete with BB, while she was with BB, she changed the name of the cat from Casey to BBJ, which was basically short for BB Jr. And that is something that, after it happened, really bothered Pete. I think to this day, he still harbors a lot of anger over being cheated on, over her relationship with BB. But of course, he's a lot like Chantal. He won't go to Chantal and tell her about his hurt feelings or his anger over what happened. He's not going to vent it out on Chantal, especially during this time period where she was paying the bills and the rent. So he vented out his anger and frustration on little BBJ, grabbing onto her face and saying no mercy. I mean, he was not nice to BBJ. And it wasn't the cat's fault. You know, Chantal did what she did, but it had nothing to do with little BBJ. But BBJ, Casey was the cat they got together, and he couldn't take out his anger on Chantal. He was kind of afraid of her. So he vented his rage on little BBJ. But going back to the original point, there was a point where Chantal was going on and on and on so much about Natter that he actually came into her room and told her to just let it go. And Pete is a laid back guy. And he told her, you just need to let this go. You need to let him go. When an introverted person, when they finally speak up and say, you need to let this go, you got to know you've gone too far.
He's controlling.
Yes, that's true.
The time he hit you,
He hit me. No, he smacked me.
the whole.
No, he.
Ma'am, you said later that you exaggerated the claims. And then you also said you don't consider yourself a DV victim. So shut it.
He didn't. He grabbed my face like this. Is that abusive?
I didn't lie on the text. I think I exaggerated out of anger.
Yeah, no, what you're doing is called manipulation. Using your own audience and your platform to get back at somebody who's not giving you what you want. And what you want is a relationship, and you're trying to force someone to be in a relationship with you. And that ain't right.
He does have a really good side. You guys seen that in his cooking videos. Like that's, I mean, I fell in love with a side of him that was good, you know? And it's not that I want to like screw him over or leave him fucked. And that's why I always, like yesterday I was like so like in love, like I was so in love with him and everything. But like one time we were like playing around, but he was like getting really like rough playing. Like he would like, he knows I'm.
I think you guys have seen this before. So let's just move it along to what the things you haven't seen. Let's just skip ahead a bit.
Fucking crying all day today. You know, if we did like end up in a relationship or something more serious, like at least he would have like a way to like that would be like something like productive, like, you know, like a good career and something to work on and stuff. So I have a story time for you, and I'm telling you this. And Natter, if you're watching this later,
yeah, we've seen this before. I'm just gonna get to the part. Okay, this part coming up right here. Let me just make sure that I am where I need to be. Ugh, Natter, go away. Let's start from here.
I'm mad at you. I hate you.
I'm gonna talk shit about you online because I'm fucking mad at you. I hate you.
Because I tried to call him, and he's on a messenger call with somebody. I don't know who. Have fun with your fucking horse. I don't want to be in this mess. Like I don't know, like if I believe him or not. Like May Anderson uploaded.
Okay, like we covered that already. Okay, so this is the part that I wanted. Now remember, Chantal claims to be someone that she suffered SA and DV. Now this next part you guys are going to see, this was her getting angry at Natter and going to his house and yelling and screaming in his face, saying she wanted her CPAP machine. Many times she went over there wanting her CPAP machine. Although when he said, I'll go get it for you, she really did not want the CPAP machine. She just wanted to get into his house to see if Dee Dee was there or get into his house and stay. He told her many times to come over and pick up her stuff, but she didn't want to do that. She wanted to leave her stuff over there so that she would have a reason to call him and bother him. But this night that you're about to see, she's going to his house. She's got the live stream going. She's not the least bit intimidated, not the least bit afraid of what might happen, going over there alone and screaming in his face about wanting the CPAP machine. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the cops were called, although I can't be sure. On one occasion, the cops were called. But imagine a DV or SA victim being able to do this. I'm sorry, it just doesn't happen.
Stuff. Okay, well, let me in then.
And she's smiling. She's going over there. She's supposed to be mad and she's smiling. I mean, who does this? You're supposed to be mad and you can even fake being mad. You're going over there to get your stuff and you're giggling. You think it's funny.
I want my stuff.
That's annoying here.
I want my
That's
stuff.
need to stop.
Call the cops then.
Huh?
Call the cops.
Call the cops?
Yeah, I
Call
want
the
my
cops.
stuff.
I don't call cops. In.
I will. I want my stuff.
Cool.
Let me get my fucking shit. What's your problem?
You want to call the cops?
I want my shit. I want my shit.
Go. Nice.
You know, number one thing, if you're a DV or SA victim, you do not provoke your abuser. You don't want to. You want to stay away from him. And here she is, almost nose to nose with Natter. Do you guys see any fear? I don't see any fear. All the things that she said Natter did to her and she's not afraid, that looks really strange to me. It's not strange, though, if she's a phony victim.
911.
For real?
1-1. For real. They're going to give you the stuff right away.
Give me my stuff.
What?
I want to. I'm here to get my shit. You said I
Call the
can.
police, I give it to you.
You said I can come get my stuff.
I give it to you.
You said I can come get my stuff.
Exactly.
So go let me get my shit then.
Yeah, this is not the way this is done. In a breakup, if you need to get your things, both parties agree on a specific date and time to retrieve belongings. You don't just show up demanding things. Nope. And if you want your stuff badly enough, especially a medical device, if you want it back, what you say to the person is, can you please get my things and bring them to me? And that way you're not setting foot inside their premises. Just say, can you get my things for me? Or you do what Karma is saying, and you say, I'm going to come over at a certain time and get my things and be done with them.
Where's my video?
What video?
I need my live stream.
I didn't delete your fucking live stream.
I didn't take anyone take your live down. I didn't even. Is it gone? I didn't know it. Notice. I deleted his live stream out of anger when I was watching it on replay.
You choose it in that way to delete my live stream. You don't even ask me. I'm not happy with it.
It was November. I know the one who.
Yeah, he was angry because she created the channel and she made the content. She had administrative privileges. When she got mad, she could delete one of his live streams. So she made sure to have control over Natter as much as possible. She did it through money, by creating the channel, making sure she can control the channel, all of that.
What you did, you need to fucking go sit down by yourself, think about what you're doing.
I just want my CPAP machine.
Not with these people. You need to sit down by yourself. See what you're doing. Think about it.
While you have wine with somebody? And lie to me? Where's my stuff?
Chantal?
Just let me go
Chantal?
upstairs
Chantal?
and get my stuff.
Chantal? I say one word. Leave.
I want my machine. I'm not leaving without my stuff.
You know, considering the way she's behaving right now, I wouldn't let her in the house either. Who knows what she's going to do? Who knows? Who knows if she's going to walk in the house and refuse to leave?
Came all the way here for my stuff.
Leave.
I'm not leaving until I get my machine.
Leave.
Nope.
I don't like to lose my information. Because what you did.
And if she's so afraid of Natter, why didn't she come with a friend or Pete or somebody just to make sure nothing popped off?
To fucking go sit down by yourself, what you doing.
Good on me.
F off. Like, you're gonna go and take action against me for what? I didn't delete your stupid fucking video.
I deleted his live stream out of anger.
I don't. You even said so yourself. I changed my password. She has linked to my account. I don't. You even said so yourself. I changed my password. She has linked to my account. You're letting your. I'm getting Starbucks. Oh no, I gotta get gas. Sorry. You're letting your little minions get in your head. I did not delete your video. I don't have access to your account. Contact YouTube.
There was a live stream where she said in detail what she did for Natter. That she created his YouTube channel, that she did have administrative privileges to do whatever she wanted. She could upload content. She could make the thumbnails. I mean, she had access to all of it because she created it for him.
Improve it. Actually, I'm really looking forward to that. I did not delete your video. I don't have access to your account. Contact YouTube. Improve it. Actually, I'm really looking forward to that.
I deleted his live stream out of anger.
You need to like lay off the drugs or something, okay? I don't know what your problem is, but you're paranoid. And the fact that you have $4,000 right now is because you have a fucking channel that you're earning ad revenue from. You ungrateful fucking prick. How do you know how much I make? How much he makes?
E.g.,
Yeah, how much how does she know how much he makes unless she's got control of the channel? Because you would only know that if you could be all over the channel. There's a section of a YouTube channel, the analytics section, which is accessible through the YouTube studio, but only the creator of the channel and administrators can see that kind of stuff. So I didn't delete his stream. Yeah, you did.
his channel is under Chantel's account.
Boom. Revealed by Pete's, her roommate, her former fiance. He knows the tea. She created the channel for him in her name. So yeah, she's got control.
Mine is under my own
Because Chantal's not stupid. I mean, in a lot of ways, she is stupid, but she's not so stupid that she's gonna teach him how to create his own channel and do his own stuff to where she has no control at all over it. She's gonna maintain control because what she gives you, she wants to be able to take away if you make her angry. She's not going to allow for a man in her life to be independent of her and make their own money to where one day they can walk away. She wants to make it to where a man cannot escape. That's part of her wrath.
Independent account. So
yeah, somebody asked in Pizza's chat, how did Natter's channel get monetized so quickly? Because if you are a channel, it is a process to get monetized. It used to be where you have to get 1,000 subscribers on your channel and 4,000 watch hours. And then after you go through those hurdles, there's another set where you have to apply for the YouTube partnership. Then you got to wait for the key to be sent to your actual physical mail. Once you get it, you can set up your Google AdSense account and then get the ball rolling. But if you're already monetized on YouTube and you're just creating like a sister channel on your account, it becomes a lot faster. So Pizza's telling us she created it in her name. So she was kind of double dipping. She was getting money from her channel featuring Natter, but she also had control of his channel at the same time and getting money from that too. And the money was going into her account, her bank account, and then every month she was just doling out the money to Natter. That's why he had to wait on her to give him money, because he didn't have access to it. Told you, she's a control freak.
That's why I need the month-long review.
A brand account is an account that is specifically for your brand. This account is different from your personal Google account. If a channel is linked to a brand account, multiple people can manage it from their Google accounts. There you go.
I'm just going based off of, because when he first started, I was seeing how much, like I would go into his studio to help him.
It wasn't like he was pulling up his channel and saying, what's going on with this, Chantal? It was her channel all along, going into her bank account.
To help him do his videos, like to edit, I have to go in there, right?
She forgot she told us she used her editor.
And while I had access with his account, the only time he's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on. Like, if he doesn't care about what he does wrong, he's not wrong at all in this relationship or at all in life, period, with anybody. So anyway, and yes, people who are saying, well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
Well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
Let's play that again. That was important. Everybody listen carefully. That was important. This has to do with the allegations that she allegedly made against Natter. She just said she did it because she was mad. Not because anything happened to her trauma-wise, just because she was mad at Natter and she wanted to get back at him. She wanted a gotcha moment. Using the police station, using the legal system as a gotcha moment, as a control manipulation tactic. This was never about justice. It was about a gotcha moment, a control moment.
Do his videos, like to edit, I have to go in there, right? And while I had access with his account, the only time I ever, he's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on. Like, if he doesn't care about what he does wrong, he's not wrong at all in this relationship or at all in life, period, with anybody. So anyway, and yes, people who are saying, well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
Well, now she only wants to contact the police now because she's mad. Well, yeah.
You know what, Chantal? Just for that. Just for that. Never mind all of the other things you've done on YouTube that are offensive and vulgar. Just for that, mama. You know, buy one, get one free. I'll give it to you for free. You ain't even got to pay for them. You're a horrible person. Horrible. This was never about trauma. Trauma was just convenient. Using trauma as a convenience, as a means of control and manipulation and getting back at somebody just because you're mad. God, she's evil.
Because I forgave you. You forgave me for talking about you online. I forgave you for all of the abusive shit you did to me. You don't.
But he never did anything. He never did anything. I just showed the clip where you were at his house, yelling in his face. A real victim would never. Never. Do you hear me, Chantal? Never. You're a big fucking liar. That's what you are. That's what you've always been. You suck. You suck for lying about that. You suck for triggering people on YouTube with those topics. You suck.
Don't remember that, right? You want me to list it online? I don't think so. He's not going to let this go. When he thinks I deleted one of his videos, that's all he focuses on. You don't get to choose how I deal with what you do to me behind the scenes. You do what you do, and there's consequences for it.
You do what you do, and there's consequences for it.
I don't know if you know that. Like, grow up, maybe. We'll see. You are hanging out with a 50-year-old. Why doesn't she fucking teach you these things in life? I mean, seriously, coughing. Ew, and every time I hear him cough, PTSD. Trust me.
Really? So you're going to make a mockery of those who really have PTSD? Really?
Trauma, coughing trauma. I'm not even kidding. I hear a cough and I like freak out. You want me to you want me to apologize for talking shit about you online? What about my apology? I get fuck all, and I get treated like shit from you every day of the week. It's bullshit, actually, and I'm not fucking standing for it. Actually, anymore. Period. You can play this game, and I'm good at playing games. So you know what? Here we go. It's not bad. So he deleted his own video and probably blames it on me because he wants to try to get back at me somehow. Don't fuck with me, okay? Word of advice.
Don't fuck with me, okay? Word of advice.
So I have to pay for your stupid idiot members doxing themselves? So nice. What are we going to eat today? Since I'm such a fat ass. He's on his way to the courthouse. If he really is, I'm going to the police station right now. If you didn't do anything wrong, you wouldn't be so defensive. A bunch of words and no actions. What did I do wrong, Lori, since you're so fucking knowledgeable? I mean, like, do I go to the like police station and like file a police report like for every single thing he's already done to me, or what? I know where his PO is. I can go over there right now. I feel like I don't have any like justice or closure, and I feel like a huge injustice has been done to me. So maybe I won't rest until, I don't know.
Can I just say something? And this is going to be kind of a personal thing. I'm not going to dump on anybody, it's just personal experience. I had an experience with a violent, toxic relationship where the DV happened. I was involved with a person who had this, he had a similar personality to Chantal's. A lot of self-loathing there, a lot of self-hatred, narcissistic, insecure egomaniac. Moody, 1 minute happy, the next minute not happy, raging about insane things. Yeah, and I have to tell you that relationship was draining, exhausting. So why am I bringing this up? It's not to dump on y'all, but to hear her talk, she's with Natter, and she's using almost verbatim the same words that he used with me. Even though it was over, he kept coming at me and coming at me saying, I want closure. I want closure. I want closure. But here's the thing. With somebody like this, they really don't want closure. They don't want it to be over. Even if things are bad, even if things are really bad. And it makes sense to let go. They don't want to let go. They want to maintain control because that's how they feel strong, is having control over other people. They feel strong by making you feel weak. As long as you feel weak and insecure or whatever, that's part of their strength, is making your life a living hell, not giving you an ounce of peace or not letting you have peace. That's where their strength comes from. They drain it from you. So they say, I want closure, I want closure. But then you ask them, what kind of closure do you want? What would work? What would satisfy? They can't give you an answer. They won't give you an answer because they don't want it to be over. They want to keep going. When it makes sense to let go and they know it, they don't want to let go. They want to hold you close and keep draining you. They are emotional vampires that'll keep sucking the lifeblood and the life force out of you until you completely shut them off. That's the only way to stop them, is to completely shut the door and don't open it, not even a crack. You got to shut them out. That's the only way to just stop the whole thing. With somebody like this, there is no such thing as closure. They're angry at you when you're with them, but if you try to get away, they're even more angry. They take it as betrayal. They'll take it as, how dare they get away from me? I'm not letting them go. How could they get away like this? It's not what I want. Yeah. So somebody like that, there is no closure. There is no closing the book. There is no ending the chapter. They want to keep writing and writing and writing, even though it makes no sense.
I'm gonna do the police report online. That's funny. He warned Roman, I'm gonna get him hooked on drugs. Who gave me coke the first day I went there? I never wanted to do this. I never wanted to do anything legal. I feel like I have to do something. I never took legal action or anything because I was always hopeful that he would change and things would work out. I'm gonna go to his probation officer's office, taking action. So am I. I'm driving to your probation officer right now.
Remember what Chantal said back in the bedroom when somebody asked her the question, what if Natter tries to leave you for another woman? She did say, I've got a plan. I'm not as stupid as you guys think. Trust. Something about an Aries. I knew then that she was going to use his criminal past against him as a means of control. And that's exactly what she tried to do.
No.
She thought that by getting control of him that she would win the game. And she ended up losing anyway.
On the way to got to know. On the way to got to know. So after today, I'm not talking about him anymore because I'm going to, for sure, I'm definitely pursuing legal action. Actually, I'm glad I talked about him online. Because all this is video evidence, video diary evidence of everything that's ever happened. Oh my God, you belong in jail. You are a violent, dangerous criminal. Going to the PO office right now. You and Dee Dee better run and catch up with me. Uh-oh. You're fucking with the wrong one, pal.
Okay, so this is a screenshot of some of the streams that were happening during this time, the back and forth. So again, she's publicly provoking this guy who's supposed to be her abuser. Y'all see right there, I will never shut up. Like they would just go back and forth, back and forth. And sometimes she would put titles in her live streams that she knew Natter would see, like going to the PO officer. She was doing that to provoke Natter, to get a response from him. Because someone like Chantal, it doesn't matter if you give them positive attention or negative attention. It's still attention and they still want it. So she would deliberately provoke him to get some kind of response or attention from him. And if she knew that Dee Dee was over at his place or he was at Dee Dee's place, she wanted to do whatever it is she could do to make the time with them being together as disrupted as possible.
Anyway, I'm going to go into this police station and ask them.
It's like her point of view was, if I'm not having fun with you, I'm not going to allow you to have fun with who you're with.
Where I can contact somebody's correctional officer. All right, I'm at the police station. Vista Police! Okay.
And another thing, if you're someone and you're going through a DV, or you have been through a DV situation, or perhaps an SA situation, and the person that is accused, if they're online and they know that you're online too, if some kind of wrong has been done to you, why would you make it publicly known to the accused what you're going to do while you're doing it? If it were real, why wouldn't you pursue legal action without them knowing, if justice was what you were seeking? This was all spectacle. This was her basically saying to him, I'm about to hurt you. You've made me this angry. It's your fault. You drove me to this. I'm so angry. I'm about to do something. She was threatening him. Like, I'm going to send the police to your door. I'm going to the cops. Look, I'm in front of the police station. But during this stream, we don't see her actually talking to any police officers or detectives. We see her parked out in front of the police station. During this stream, we see her get out of the car. She disappeared for quite a while, and then she came back. And that was all we saw. So anything could have happened in that space of time she was gone from her car, because she left her live stream going. She could have just gotten out of the car, sat somewhere, played with her phone, and waited just to make him sweat. Because there was no official police report afterward. Nothing happened.
Kamikaze, that's the one that sounds familiar. Okay, I think that's the one. I saw the picture and it came up right away in my GPS. Just wait, just fucking wait, asshole. He's at the courthouse having his relocation application.
And she only did this because Natter wanted to go to the police station, I believe, and file a restraining order to make her stay away. So she was angry about that. How dare you make me stay away? How dare you have Dee Dee over at your house longer than what I could put up with? She was punishing him for that.
Approved to move to Montreal. Yeah, we'll see about that. I don't know, should I go in or should I do it online?
Going to the police station about supposed abuse, and she's got a smile on her face.
I can't really talk about it. I have to come back in an hour. It's more serious than I thought, actually. Okay, let me go get a bite to eat first. You're probably thinking, how can you be hungry?
In my personal opinion, I don't think Chantal talked to anybody. She's such a bad liar that any detective would be able to see right through her. And she knows that. Like, the moment she starts telling her story, they'd be like, she's lying. They're not going to take her seriously.
Hungry at a time like this? I don't know. Oops, sorry.
So she just backed into somebody's car at a police station.
Sure.
Hit and runs are against the law, Chantal.
I didn't think things would go down like this. Dee Dee's in here? Really? She might be going to to Montreal sooner than she thinks.
That was the goal, to scare Natter to where he would send Dee Dee straight home to Montreal and he would be alone at the house so that Chantal could go on over there. That's exactly what she wanted. That's what she hoped would happen. It wasn't about justice. It was about getting Dee Dee to go away.
Go through my videos and find the dates of certain events. Okay, I will be back. Don't worry. I won't leave you hanging. I will be back, okay?
And yet Chantal didn't understand. Like, the more she pressed the issue, the more she pressed on Natter, the more that she did things like this, the more he didn't want to be with her, because he saw how unstable she was, like how far she was willing to go when she was angry. Like, she thought that doing things like this would pull Natter closer to her when it had the opposite effect.
I'm going to call Pete. Okay, I'll see you guys later. Bye.
So that was Chantal being wrathful. Let's watch another clip. And this has to do with her being wrathful to her own VIBs, because her wrath was everywhere. It wasn't just to Natter, it was to the VIBs as well. Just so we're clear, that she was wrathful to everybody. When she had lots of money, she just felt all kinds of bold to treat people the way she did. So this is courtesy of Queen of WTF.
Ashley, no drama, please. Everybody, no drama. Oh, okay, Fiend Bean. Well, goodbye, since you're annoying. Goodbye. Well, Shannon's okay. I mean, she's having a hard time. Like, I said, I wanted to cheer her up, so I took the time to go and get her like a thoughtful gift. I'm like, I got her like a gift card for like a really nice steakhouse, so her and her boyfriend or whatever can so she can go out with whoever she wants and have a nice dinner. And I like just take the time to like de-stress, and like then I got a gift card for like a nice place to get something to wear and a gift card for booze. So it's like girls' night on me, like have a nice time and like de-stress and just And then I'm gonna call around. I want to see about the fupa problem. I'm gonna ask my doctor about it. It's getting in the way. Is this a new beanie? It's a new beanie. Let's try my new shirt too. They were giving them out at the pharmacy today.
Oh God!
Pete!
Oh,
come check this out, Pete. Ooh, whoa, cool. Does it cover my foop?
Wow. I know this has to do with wrath, but I just can't. It's been a couple of years to see Chantal the way she looked then versus how she looks now, and how much easier she was moving. It's just what a difference. What a difference 200 pounds makes.
No, you can't get a people check. You can be blocked, Sarah Kate.
So, what was that all about? Chantal, she was high all the time during this time period. Coming on camera, she was high at Natters. She was high when she got home. She would do high amounts of edibles and, doing the Coca-Cola, to the point where her own VIBs and VIB chat were saying pupil check just to see if she was on something. And she would get annoyed by that. But yet it was her own fault because she would come on camera high out of her mind.
Bye. I'm not answering anybody anymore. Fuck you and your people checks. Eat shit. Miss Holly, I think I'm just in a better headspace because I'm not putting up with anyone's shit anymore, and I feel good about it. I know I'm not on coke. If you don't believe that, I don't owe you fuck all. You're welcome. You don't have to be here. I'm not even gonna rage. I'm not gonna be mean. Just block and watch. It's not that I don't want to be criticized. I'm just tired of like the same no. I'm sorry. The Discord thing was nasty, and that's not gonna fly.
Yeah, the Discord. For those who don't know, a lot of people got fed up with Chantal talking like this to them. And a lot of people were in her VIB chat because of her just going on and on and on and on about Natter, and she would not shut up. She was talking more about Natter to Natter in her live streams than talking to her actual members. So some of the members, they were just in her VIB chat to talk to each other. They did more talking to each other than they did with her. And then when she became really rude and really nasty, they just got the light bulb idea of, why don't we just make a Discord and talk to each other for free? We don't have to pay $5 to be in her chat. We could just talk to each other for free. And that really ticked her off because she didn't like the idea of people that were her members canceling their membership and then talking somewhere for free, and then she got no monetary compensation.
Amy Jade Hendricks, knew you couldn't keep away from them drugs. Oh, knew you couldn't keep away from sending me money. You're such a glutton for punishment.
And that's the way she felt about the VIBs. That's the way she treated them. You guys can, you're watching right here. She's not completely out of it, is she? She knows what she's saying and she doesn't care. She was making $20,000, $30,000 a month. She had a lot of people signed up to membership. She was arrogant, very abusive. And she thought it was funny to abuse her own members because this was nothing but VIB chat. This was not open chat with people that didn't pay. This was strictly people that did pay the $5. But she looked at them as gluttons for punishment, and abusers will do that. They will abuse you, and if you stick around, they'll keep abusing you and they'll keep pushing back that line until you finally get the hint and maybe you should go away. But as long as you're there, they're going to keep hurting you until you reach your limit. But she thought it was a sport almost to abuse people verbally. She thought it was funny that she would talk this way to them and they never let go of her.
I don't know what I'm going to order. What am I going to have for supper? So I ordered Greek food. Did you not hear my rant yesterday? Like, I'm tired of it. It's negative. It puts me in a negative headspace every time. You have freaking people like, what's his face coming in here? What's her face? Coming in here, telling people to strike my channel. They're super abusive. Fuck that, Chris. Like, they come in here and they fucking tell people to strike my channel, thumbs down. Then they go into Discord and try to leech off me again. Like, I don't understand. Like, you must have no life.
She's saying people in a Discord are leeching off of her. How are they leeching off of you? Are you paying a membership to that Discord? No, you're just mad because your members that were paying the $5 got sick of you and they decided to talk for free.
And then they steal my fucking nudes and post them. Like, it's ridiculous.
And how would you know that if you're not part of the Discord? How are you privy to that?
And it is stealing. It doesn't matter if it's behind a paywall and you paid for the content. You don't get to keep it. Idiot. They can pay again to come back. And if they're assholes again, they will get blocked again.
And that was the game that she played with the members. Purposely blocking people because she wanted them to re-sign up under another account. So she got $10 per person versus $5. That was a little shell game that she had going on. And she still does to this day, too.
Yes, Sofa King. I don't even care if it's boring, if I have no viewers left, because I'm doing shit with my life, and you guys are welcome to come and be positive and live we are going to do a fucking glow up. This is, do you know I didn't wear socks today and I have a new pack of socks? I can't believe I only went live. This is the first time people in my community trying to leech off my community and build their own community. Like, I feel like I look skinny. Look it!
Yeah, because Chantal didn't like the idea of her members thinking independently and acting independently. She wanted them completely under her control, giving her money.
Ooh, yeah. Baby, give me that. Why don't you just tear off your shirt like you normally do? Maybe I want to be different today. I'm so sick of the word Discord. You people have no idea. One here. Wait. One here. I should buy some gems to see. Some fake gems. What's an SJW? Is peace an SJW? Okay, I'm going to have a piece of my edibles. Maybe I should do a makeup look once a week. I look like a fortune teller. I know. Somebody said that too. Mrs. Clean. Mr. Clean.
why is Uber telling me to update my address? So this one Uber delivery person had a problem finding my address, so now I have to update my address for everybody. It's like the only person, and it was a woman. So what do you tell? I'm just like, in case you didn't notice, the new arc is I don't care. I'll be back though. I'll be back in like an hour or so. Bye. My mouth is weird. What the hell? So I might act really buzzed out, like on purpose, because I'm going to embrace it tonight.
Yeah, that was another fun aspect of Chantal's live streams during this time period when she was doing very, very insane doses of edibles. I will confess, as a reactor, that I would clock her when she took an edible. I would literally clock her because the moment she started popping them edibles, I knew that within 45 minutes to an hour, after that hour, she would be basically incoherent. I mean, you could almost set your watch with Chantal. She would take the edible, and you're like, okay, we got an hour where she's going to be talking normal. Then after that, she's going to be barely forming words.
Because I'm going to green juice every day. I feel skinny. I don't know. Like I feel more of my body like small. I don't know. Where's my fat? Where's my fat? Yes, I love my tattoo. I should get another one, huh? Like here. Ready, set, bees. Ready, set, bees. Yeah, I was gonna get a tattoo that says "Ready, set, bees" for sure. Because this is my like legacy, my YouTube channel. This is what I'm doing, I guess, with my life right now. I'm gonna do something really cool for OnlyFans. You're not gonna want to miss it. I want to get out of the 330s. Maybe I am. Maybe I am. I don't know.
She was so desperate to lose weight because Natter liked smaller women. That's, I feel, where the Coca-Cola use came from. She wanted to lose weight for Natter. And she did lose a little bit, then she gained it all back.
I walk 10,000 steps a day. So hyper. Lost 285 pounds. You will find what works for you, girl. I'm gonna get a Botox lip flip, like up here. I feel very excited for the future, but I feel like it's very fragile. Like it's on me to like come up with like something super inventive to keep people so fucking interested in my channel. Like,
and this was Chantal back with Natter. And look at her now. She had a lot of fire when she was with Natter, but she lost that fire. She lost it. I think she's burnt out on YouTube and doing her content. She doesn't know what to do. She's a one-trick pony, and the trick is creating drama for YouTube, but she's run out of ideas.
what am I as an entertainer on here? What am I doing here? I feel like I was meant to do this, but I just don't know what to make sense of it. How to make sense of it. This is gonna be our year, Pink Pony. I think so. I feel so emotional. I did. I thought I had therapy today. I understand, but don't like friggin' post like my nudes and shit like that, and like fucking wish bad against me, and like want to like friggin' strike me.
Chantal had a problem with Discord because people could go into Discord and they could talk to each other and they could air their thoughts and air their feelings. They could not do that in her chat. She wouldn't allow it. So you don't want your members to go into Discord and talk for free. But you want them to pay $5 to be in your chat, and they're not allowed to speak their thoughts.
It's stuff right now, big boys. That's not good for mental health either. I feel better when I'm productive, actually, for real. That's why, like, I get up and go out and go coffee beans, and then I do whatever. I look boho. Oh my god, I'm boho.
No, you're not.
Boho chick.
No, you're not.
Excuse me, Accountable Beauty. By the way, I seen that what you were saying about me, so you can f off. And you too. I hate you, Astrid. I don't want you in here anymore.
And that was another aspect of her wrath and controlling. She expected her VIPs to only go to her chat. You're not allowed to go in anybody else's chat, especially somebody she doesn't like. Not only controlling people in her chat when they're talking to her, but monitoring where everybody goes on YouTube. Control freak.
We're gonna do a lot of fun beezing things, and I don't want people to come in here and be negative or talk. I want
She
positive.
wanted a hug
fun
box.
beezing.
Yes, men. Enablers.
We can have lighthearted, poking fun. Hi, bye, Linville. I am hungry, Sandra. I don't want a damn apple right now, okay, Sandra?
Okay, you know what? Look, she's eating. You guys know how I feel about that, so we'll just cut it off here. So that was Chantal Wrath, one of the 7 deadlies. Just wanted to showcase that to y'all. I'm going to go ahead and post it to my channel, see what else is going on. I got other things going on too in the background, so hope you guys enjoyed that. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful day. Bye.